Hey guys, next up is taking down Patchwerk with Priest. We're going to keep our Lightwell. That's like the X-Factor card in this deck. We actually have a 1, 2, 3. We're going to keep all these cards. We have a clear... we have a clear curve. What's the usual word? Yeah, we have a clear mana progression. We're gonna go for front-loading damage rather than preventing life. Oh man, my voice is getting hoarse. Sorry about that. Time to play our X-Factor card. That will hopefully keep us alive a while. Now, does he kill the Lightwell? This will be interesting to see. Does he value it? Not using his Hateful Strike, interestingly. He decides to replay his weapon. Holy shit, I've never seen him do that. Back to 14 we go. It's pretty obvious what we do here. Is heal up. Which one? I'm guessing Farseer. This has no attack. Can't be that scary. Lightwell heals us back to 12. That's interesting. We're still going for front-loading damage. We're gonna hope we can survive 2 more turns. I think we do. This effectively heals us to 21. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Getting in the realm of having him in trouble. An ooze does not really help, unfortunately. Because he has the mana to replay his weapon and still Hateful Strike. But it draws attack away from other things. What else are we gonna do? If only this could... Oh, it does heal at the... Okay, so we have another turn. Another ooze. Gonna be very close. I think we win, actually. We don't die, and we're gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks. We got this. Gets the ooze again. Lightwell for the win. Imagine having 2 Lightwells out. You basically only take... And with heal, you take no damage each turn. Cheeky little mind vision. What happens if he doesn't have any cards? Do we get something or just nothing? Nope, nothing. Down you go. Patchwerk taken out with Priest on the first attempt with this deck. Let's take a look at that deck. So we'll quickly go through one card at a time. Inner Fire is basically there as a gimmick because we have 2 Lightwells. The idea is you can suddenly get 5 burst damage, or even with the Divine Spirit, get a sudden 10 damage out of nowhere. It's usually going to stay on the field because the AI doesn't value it as a threat because it has 0 attack. But there's just one because they're pretty useless outside of comboing with Lightwell. Mind Vision, this is common, this is expert. Mind Vision's a gimmicky one. Like, there are times when his weapon runs out and is in his hand, so you can guaranteed get a weapon yourself and do tons of damage with it. Though you need to be able to stay alive on the turn you play this. It's a gimmicky one, so we just have one card in there for fun. Then we have Abusive Sergeants because they're 2/1s and get in a +2 attack on something else. Bloodsail Corsair removes a durability from his weapon, which can effectively save you 4 health because his weapon runs out 1 attack earlier, and he usually Hateful Strikes that turn, so it doesn't replay the weapon. Goldshire Footman buys you 4 health, as does Shieldbearer, because it's a taunt he has to take out, as long as you play it before turn 3, so he doesn't Hateful Strike it. Lepinome's a 2-1 for 1, but if he Hateful Strikes it, he takes 2 damage. Voodoo Doctor does some healing. Young Dragonhawk is like a 2-1. Young Priestess is a 2-1. Acidic Swamp Ooze, if you coin that out on turn 2, it buys you a whole turn because he can't replay his weapon yet. It costs 3 mana. The other good way to use it is to pair it with like a Molten Giant, so that he has to replay his weapon, he can't Hateful Strike, and your Molten Giant actually survives a turn. Lightwell is the kind of what this deck is built around. The idea is if it's healing you for 3 every turn, you're only taking 5 per turn instead of 8. Plus your hero power can heal you for 2, so you can get to the point where you're effectively only taking 1 damage per turn, and then you get a really long game to actually try outlast him and kill him. Murloc Tide Hunter, because it gives you 2 cards for 1. It's kind of like playing 2 1-drops, but only uses 1 card, so you don't run out of cards as quickly. Earthen Ring Farseers for heal. Holy Fire, just 1. It's a big swing, deals 5 damage and restores you 5 health. But it is very expensive. Might be better to take that out and put in something else that's cheaper, like another 2-1 attacker or something. And then Molten Giants, because they are really cheap, but you want to pair them with something like an Acidic Swamp Ooze so he doesn't just Hateful Strike it. You basically never want to play a Molten Giant if he's just going to Hateful Strike it unless it's protecting something else important. And that's the deck. Actually worked for me on the very first time out. The Lightwell did its job, kept healing me. He doesn't value it as a threat. Pretty fun to play. It also has some gimmicks like Mind Vision, Divine Spirit in a Fire. Thanks for watching. See you next time.